Okay, hey Reddit. So I'm doing this video to update my method on getting rid of the floaters, and let me stand up here. So this is the thread here, and so when I first came into this thread, I had identified that heavy metals were the likely cause of my floaters, and I had tested so many things. I tested over 200 supplements, and when I locked in on the chelators, I noticed that one chelator specifically had a major impact on my floaters, and I talked about the EDTA, and I made this thread, and I'm realizing now, after doing all going through all this and now doing this test and seeing my results, that I think I accidentally got lucky here. And I think the way this is written now, if you follow this method, it probably will fail. And I think the reason that it worked for me is pretty, I mean, scientifically makes a lot of sense. It's logical and straightforward. So I got my test done, and let me go to my test here. So this is the test result, and let me see if I can see this on the camera here. And so you can see up here, it's not, you're not supposed to have any of these toxic metals in your blood at really any level. But so I had the mercury amalgams that I had taken out, and this was my mercury level. This is my antimony up here. My antimony is higher than my mercury. Now this test was taken, I don't know, like two and a half months after, three months after I started chelating. No, it was longer. I think it was about, I don't know, it was 3 to 4 months, I think. I can find out exactly later, but so I'd been chelating, let's say, about 3 months. So my levels of antimony and mercury could have come down, and I was also taking ALA for a long time. That was one of the first supplements I bought. I have no idea how effective ALA is for chelating mercury, and I don't know if it's the mercury or the antimony or the combination of them both that was creating all this stress in my body, that was breaking down my enzyme systems, which caused the floaters. And so let me rephrase this. If the ALA was, if it was mercury, then why didn't the ALA cure my floaters? Because I was taking that long before the EDTA, and that did nothing for my floaters. Though one of the reasons I was taking it was because I had mercury amalgams taken out, and I read it could get rid of mercury. But the EDTA, when I started combining the EDTA with the ALA, that's when I had the effect of the floaters disappearing. And maybe the EDTA was helping reduce my antimony, and maybe a low amount. I don't know. I could sit here and theorize, but the point of what I'm saying here. Oh, and also my copper levels were really low. I have to bring up my vanadium, my chromium. My iron should come up a little bit too, but it was the chelators that had the effect. So the chelators were doing something here. And what I'm going to say is, if you're going to try this method of treating your floaters, you have to get a test. That's the only way you'll really be able to do this. And you get a test, and then you see what metals you're toxic in, and then you have to target chelators to those metals. And if you have more than one metal, you're going to have to likely mix a few different chelators. And there are really intelligent ways to do this that you'll probably never really hear on the internet. Like, it's something as simple as adding alethymine to any chelator you use. The alethymine is going to provide a ton of thymine to your cells, which is going to fire up your ATP, that all the organs rely on as a main source of energy. So when you take the chelators, your organs have so much more power to use them effectively and this increases the detox capability of the specific chelator or chelators that you choose. I don't want to make this sound too confusing, and I know it does, but like if people have questions, you can ask. And this is not intended to treat, cure, anything. I'm explaining what worked for me, and now getting these tests, I'm understanding what was going on here. The ALA, I think it's a weak chelator. If it does really effectively chelate mercury, I don't know. The Andy Cutler group focuses a lot on DMSA and ALA, and I really think it's that combination they're using that effectively gets it out. But EDTA, I'm going to focus on to getting the antimony down. Maybe it was the antimony more than anything. I don't know. But if you're going to do this, you have to take a test, and you have to design a plan, and you make it targeted to the metals with the chelators. Do everything properly. You're going to use up lots of B vitamins, so you're going to want like a methyl B vitamin. And I think I always take extra niacin too on most days, because niacin is really important for NAD. And here's another thing about this test real quick. Like, if you're going to consider chelating, don't come into chelation with any kind of mineral deficiencies. So I was chelating with EDTA, and I was supplementing copper and zinc. Apparently I was taking too much zinc, and I ran into a copper deficiency here. So I'm going to focus on bringing my copper up and bringing up everything else before I get back to doing any kind of chelation, which I will be doing, because I love the effects it's had in so many respects. It's done so many things for me. It's just made me so much healthier. My brain is working so much better now. So many things are working better. I've spoke about this in older videos, and I can make more videos, but that's not. I'm not telling stories here. But what I'm saying is, if you're gonna do this strategy, you have to get a test. And like, one thing that people probably won't talk about is, like, you really have to also get your zinc copper ratio in balance. It's not good to have this thrown out of balance like this. And like, this is all really important, and I believe if this is what people do, that it has to work, especially if you take this test and you're toxic, like in heavy metals, or if you have two that are moderately toxic, they're going to have a synergistic effect that's going to push you into toxic. Like, they talk about this in research. If you have a mix of lead and mercury, it makes it like 100 times more toxic. If you have antimony with mercury, it's going to be a similar kind of effect. So get this test and then target your chelators. And if anyone has questions, just ask. But I can't write that much. I might just do more videos in the future. Alright, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.